Yan, good morning guys at welcome back sa ating YouTube and TikTok channel. So ngayon ay pag-uusapan natin what are the possible interview questions for School Counselor Associate 1 in DepEd. So ito po yung bagong position sa DepEd na kailangan. Nasa almost 8,000 po ata yung kailangan nito all around the Philippines. No? So kung kayo po ay bago pa lang sa ating YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button. Please like the video and share it with your friends, or you can also comment kung meron po kayong mga katanungan. Ano? So kung bago pa lang kayo sa ating channel, please again subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos. At yan, bago natin umpisahan, so konting commercial lang yan, guys. Kung gusto niyo ng credit card, ito po ay libre. So ito yung tinatawag natin na Atomic Credit Card. So kung gusto niyo ng credit card, ito po ay no annual fee, zero interest, pwedeng gamitin pay later, pwede sa SM, sa fast food, sa gasoline station. So any store, pwede sa ibang bansa. Yan, nagamit ko na siya sa ibang bansa. So ito po ay libre lang. I-fill up nyo lang po yung link sa baba nitong video kung gusto nyo mag-avail na ito. Again, ito po ay libre lang, di-deliver po sa inyong bahay. So, yun lang guys, konting commercial. Okay, so these are the sample interview questions. Ano? So, kung kayo po ay nag-apply sa school guide bilang isang counselor associate 1, so ito po yung mga possible question in terms of personal and general questions. Ano? So, number 1, tell us about yourself. Why do you want to become a school guidance associate 1? Why should we hire you for this position? What do you understand about the role of a school guide counselor associate 1? What are your strengths that are relevant to this position? What is your greatest professional weakness, and how are you going to address it? What can you contribute to the school's guidance program? How do you handle pressure and multiple responsibilities, and how do you prioritize your tasks, and where do you see yourself professionally in the next 5 years? So ito po ay yung mga questions under personal and general question. Ayan, number 2, pagdating naman po sa guidance and counseling services, ito po yung mga possible questions. What is the purpose of a comprehensive school guidance program? What are the major functions of a school counselor associate 1? How would you assist a learner experiencing academic difficulties? How do you handle a learner experiencing personal or emotional concerns? What is the difference between guidance and counseling? What counseling techniques or approaches are you familiar with? How would you establish rapport with a learner? How would you deal with a learner who refuses to communicate? How would you conduct an individual counseling session? And when should a case be referred to a school counselor or mental health professional? Yan. So number 3, child protection and learner welfare. So these are the possible questions. What would you do if a learner reports bullying? How would you respond to a learner who reports abuse? What would you do if a learner tells you something that requires confidentiality to be broken? What is your understanding of the DepEd Child Protection Policy? What is the role of Guidance Office in child protection? How would you handle a bullying case involving two learners? How would you protect the privacy of a learner involved in a sensitive case? How would you work with the Child Protection Committee? What would you do if a parent becomes angry about a disciplinary or guidance intervention? And how would you promote a safe and inclusive school environment? Ayan. So number 4, career guidance. So ang career guidance po, ito naman yung about sa mga graduating students kung ano yung gusto nilang career sa college. So first question, how would you help learners make informed career decisions? What factors should learners consider when choosing a career? How would you assist a grade 12 learner who is undecided about their career? How can career assessment tools help learners? How would you organize a career guidance activity? How would you coordinate with colleagues? How would you coordinate with colleges, universities, industries, or other stakeholders? And how would you assist learners who cannot afford their preferred college or career pathway. Number five, assessment and individual inventory. So, what is the purpose of psychological and educational assessment in schools? What assessment tools are commonly used in guidance services? How would you ensure that assessment results are properly interpreted? How would you maintain confidentiality of assessment records? What would you do if an assessment result appears inconsistent with the learner's actual behavior? How would you use learner information in planning interventions? Number six, referral and follow-up services. What is referral service? When should a learner be referred to another professional? How would you make appropriate referral? What information should be included in a referral? How would you follow up after referring a learner? What would you do if the learner refuses the recommended referral? How would you do coordinate with parents and external professionals with respecting confidentiality? Number seven, parent and teacher collaboration. How would you collaborate with teachers in addressing learner concerns? How would you communicate a learner's concern to parents? How would you do or what would you do if a teacher asks for confidential information about a learner? How would you handle a disagreement between a teacher and a parent? How can parents contribute to the learner's guidance and development? And how would you do or how would you conduct a parent orientation or guidance seminar? Number eight, mental health and well being. How would you promote mental health awareness in school? What signs might indicate that a learner needs additional support? How would you respond to a learner experiencing significant emotional distress? How would you develop a school based mental health promotion activity? How can schools help reduce stigma surrounding mental health? And how would you support learners experiencing academic stress? Number nine, confidentiality and professional ethics. What does confidentiality mean in guidance and counseling? Are there situations when confidentiality should not be maintained? How would you secure confidential guidance records? What would you do if a colleague asked you about learners' counseling session? How would you do? How would you maintain professional boundaries with learners? And what ethical principles should guide a school counselor associate one? Number 10, research and program evaluation. Why is research important in guidance services? How would you evaluate the effectiveness of a guidance program? What data can be collected to determine whether a guidance intervention is effective? How would you identify the guidance needs of learners? How can survey results can be used to improve guidance programs? What would you do if your intervention program did not produce the expected outputs? Number 11, administrative and organizational questions. How would you maintain guidance records? How would you organize your caseload? How would you ensure that reports are submitted on time? How would you manage several learners needing assistance at the same time? What would you do if you were assigned several urgent tasks simultaneously? And how do you ensure accuracy and confidentiality in documentation? Yan. So these are the sample questions or situational questions you should especially prepare for. Number one, a learner tells you that they are being bullied. What will you do? Number two, a learner discloses a serious personal problem and asks you not to tell anyone. How will you respond? Number three, a teacher asks you about the counseling session of one of their learners. What will you do? Number four, a parent complains that the school is unfairly treating their child. How will you handle the situation? Number five, a learner is frequently absent and appears disengaged. What steps will you take? Number six, a grade 12 learner is undecided about what course or career to pursue. How will you assist them? Number seven, you have five learners requesting assistance at the same time. How will you prioritize them? Number eight, a learner refuses counseling. What will you do? Number 9, you discover that a learner needs professional intervention beyond your role. What will you do? Number 10, how would you respond if you made a mistake in handling learner's case? So those are the situational questions, no? Example. So, eto po yung tips sa pagsagot ng interview questions. So, kung kayo po ay sasagot ng interview questions, dapat po ay naka-star approach. Ibig sabihin po ng star approach, magsasabi po kayo ng situation, no? Briefly describe the situation, problem, or context. And then, pangalawa, ano yung naging task nyo dun sa problema na yon. And then, pangatlo, ano po yung naging action nyo. And then, pang-apat, ano po yung naging result, no? So, kakailangan nyo siyang i-explain bawat isa, no? So, una, situation, ano yung situation, ano yung iyong naging task, ano yung iyong naging action, at ano yung naging result. So, kung kayo po ay sasagot ng interview question, dapat po ay star approach. Okay, example of situational question. A learner tells you that they are being bullied. What will you do? So here is the situation. Sasabihin niyo po, the learner reports that they are being bullied by peers inside or outside the school. So ito po yung situation. Yung task nyo, may responsibilities to listen, assess the concern, ensure the learner's safety, and take appropriate action in accordance with DepEd policies on child protection, anti-bullying, and guidance services. And then, ito yung naging action nyo. First, I would listen to the learner calmly and establish a safe and supportive environment. I would gather the necessary information without making promises that I cannot keep, particularly regarding confidentiality. I would assess the seriousness of the concern and follow the appropriate school procedures. If the concern requires intervention beyond my role, I will coordinate with the school counselor and appropriate school personnel for referral and follow-up. And then, ito yung dinagdag, in-insert na policy or principle. My actions are guided by DepEd Order number 55, blah, 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 kung alam nyo po. Or kung hindi naman, proceed na kayo sa result. So, the result, the learner feels heard, safe, and supported. The situation is properly addressed through appropriate intervention, and the learner's well-being and right to safe in learning environment are protected. So, ganyan po yung tamang pagsagot. Yes, pwede naman pong Tagalog. No, basta alam niyo yung sitwasyon, alam niyo yung inyong naging task, alam niyo yung inyong naging action, at ano yung naging result ng inyong action. So, ganyan po dapat pagsagot during the interview sa DepEd. So, good luck. Yan. So, thank you for listening, guys. So, meron tayong mga sample files. Kung gusto nyo, mga sample interview questions, application forms. So, meron po tayo dito. Kung gusto nyo, fill upan nyo lang po yung link sa baba nitong video at marireceive nyo po yun sa inyong email. So, once again, please don't forget to subscribe and good luck to your application.